Hi, everybody. It's Mark Rushton at markrushtongallery.com. It is Saturday, December 9th, 2023, and I'm going to be talking about art studio space while working on this troublesome small painting. Ugh. And again, let's get a little perspective here. I don't know what my problem here is this. I thought I liked the sky. No, I don't like the sky. Right? I like the sky, but then I altered this down here. But I think I'm going to radically alter it here. Let's talk about studio spaces. Why am I so dry? Because it's cold and windy out there. It flurries today. Let's talk about art studio spaces. Now this one's perfectly fine. I've been used to working in the basement forever. Let's radically change this up here. I'm used to working in the lonely corner. Not a big I'm used to it. You gotta get that creative. I think you have to get that creative thing on your own. Have your own time. There's a little bit of your own time. Let's bring that down. Start with that anyway. So, I've been wanting to get a studio space outside my home for many years, and did a ton of videos over the years called Realtor Recon, where kind of talk about like different buildings and spaces and commercial spaces and everything like that. Now, if I lived in a small town in the middle of nowhere, it'd be fairly easy because I'd buy like an old church or something like that. You can get them for just next to nothing. Just next to nothing. There's so many of them. And a lot of them are in really good shape because, people maintain them. Some of them are in horrendous shape. You don't go anywhere near those. But if they got like a new roof on them in the last 5 or 10 years, even just shingles, yeah, you should be okay. As long as it's not too enormous. There was one for sale a few years ago down in Ottumwa, Iowa. It's just enormous. So who wants to move to Ottumwa? Well, they have a Michaels. Do they have Michaels there? No, they have a Hobby Lobby there. A Hobby Lobby there. I'm joking. I've been through Ottumwa a few times in my life. If you want to disappear, man, it's a good place to go. It's cheap. It's got just about anything you need. As far as shopping and stuff for a smaller town, smaller city. I mean, I don't think there's any French restaurants there, but wow, I don't go to French restaurants around here. I don't like that. We're just gonna keep working it here. Just gonna keep working it. Just gonna keep working it. Keep talking about getting a studio space. I mean, I thought about commercial spaces, around here. Thought some things would open up. No, no, nothing opened up. Everybody, everybody decided to open up their little pet project this past year because everybody's got money or credit. That's what it is. Some people have money. Some people just have a lot of credit. Some people are running out of credit. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for everybody to run out of credit. I can just swoop in and take over. That's not too bad. That's a good start, I think. Let's gonna work that. But commercial real estate, I mean, get a landlord. Landlords. Not, I don't know about landlords. Think about, like buying an old church or something like that and maintaining it. That's on you. It's like, oh, I got to get that. I got to get that door replaced, or I got to get, whatever. The furnace is acting up. Got to call somebody. That's kind of cool. Kind of like how that turned out, I think. Yeah, I think I liked how that turned out. We should put a little. This painting is just like jazz. You just do whatever you want. No, there's a kind of a method to it. Sort of. I do admit there's a bit of free association going on here, but yeah, so commercial things kind of gone nowhere. I mean, I suppose I could always like try to find somebody that wanting to sublet some space or something like that. It's kind of like, you know what? If I could just take like 500 square feet, 400 square, not even that, 300 square feet, and like maybe an office or a part of something, that'd be cool. I could just rent that, sublet it from somebody. That's good. This is going to change. Let's throw a little white down here. See what happens. It's getting to be winter, isn't it? Had flurries today. I don't know. So then I've been looking at Mainframe Studios here in Des Moines for 4 years. Oh yeah, this is good. Hopefully it doesn't fade too much here. I first toured Mainframe about 4 years ago, and I was like pretty impressed with that. I think they only had 2 floors then on the lower level, which I don't think is even a quarter of a floor. And back then I was like super impressed by it. I think they only had tenants on the first and fourth floors. And wait list, which I did not get on because I was living 2 hours away, 120 miles away. Had trying to move, but stymied. Whatever. And then they eventually got the other 2 floors built out, second and third floor, and wait list is kind of apparently disappearing. So I thought, well, okay, I'll put my money down and get on there and just see how that goes. So maybe I'll get a call eventually. I don't know. That's okay. I did some recon a few weeks ago. Let's take a look at this here. I did some recon a few weeks ago at Mainframe, and I was like, oh, that one studio there, that's, I could have a studio that small, no windows, everything like that. I got picked up this past month here. Somebody on the wait list before me. I was like, darn it. That's okay. Maybe better things are waiting. There's there's another studio space. I'm not going to jinx it. Did not get picked up. It's a little bit bigger, a little bit more expensive, and I can afford it. I'd have no problem laying out rent on that. Not a big deal. Got it budgeted, you know. So, what are you doing? I'm cleaning my cleaning these things here. So, trying to anyway. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see if I get a call here in the next couple of months. Man, that'd be. You hope it works out. Artists, being around other artists, I don't know. Some artists are great, and other artists are. I don't know what's going on in their head. This could be anybody, right? You could be at work and they move you somewhere, and suddenly you're just like, what? Who are these people? They aren't even working. I've had that in the past. You're around people that you're just like, do these people even work? Had that. What's going on here? What do I need to throw away in this desk here? Everything's pretty good. Let it go there. I can't clean this one up at all. This one's just kind of messed up. This one's fairly clean, 99% clean. I think I'm kind of happy with this here. I kind of evolved this little. What was this thing called again? I think I called it ethereal gas giant. Well, you know what? It's still an ethereal gas giant. Let's throw on the old. Yeah, I think that works. I think that is much improved. What did it look like before? I don't know. It's down there somewhere. So, yeah, I was like, get me a spot, get me an art studio. Now, what would I do with the studio? We talked just a little bit about that. What would I do with an art studio? It's right by down where I work. Day job. So, if I wanted to, I could just like go over there after work and do some stuff. I think mostly it would be a display studio. That's what I think it would be. I would bring my work that's here at the house and in storage. Oh, what am I doing there? Bring my work that's in different locations and just centralize it down there and put it up like a gallery. And just do the whole, whatever they call those title cards, museum cards, whatever they're called. I can't remember. I think they're title cards. And make those, put those up on the wall, and just pretend to have a gallery. I kind of have that around here. You don't see it with the camera, but I've got paintings up on the wall, but they're kind of haphazard. I'd be a little more methodical about it, And then, of course, I'd be open for all the events down there. First Fridays and, small business Saturdays and special events and things like that. I'd probably even have office hours too, like on the weekends. Weekends, I'd go down there and have my office hours. Like, hey, I'm open. Come down, like Saturday or something like that. Come down on Saturday or I'll be here Sunday evening or something like that. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it'd just be a display gallery. It's just like I'm just open when they get people flowing through the building. And I don't know. Kind of a fantasy. We could dream, can't we? Can't we dream? Can we have fun? You know what's the point of having money if you don't know what to do with it, right? I'm not saying I got a lot of money, but I got enough money I could burn on having a studio space, especially down at Mainframe where it's very reasonable. Very, very, very reasonable. Much more reasonable than your typical commercial office space, although that's sort of stuff's always negotiated anyway. But I mean, that'd be kind of cool. I've got so many of these smaller paintings, the book paintings. Go and get a bunch framed, not framed, but I would frame them, put them in the store-bought frames that look good, look classy. You know, the white matte wood frame, which I am partial to. And maybe get some of my, like the handbags and maybe some T-shirts. I don't know. Wall art too. Older paintings, rework some things. And just kind of like, hey, what do you think? Get that list going. Yeah, it'd be fun. To spend money on that. And it's not even about making money, even breaking even at this point in time, because I don't know, because I can afford it. I can afford it with the royalties and everything. It's nice to be able to do that. Or maybe have a space also where I can do a little recording in the off season, live recording, which I've always enjoyed. The live recording, those spaces are pretty echoey. I mean, what would I do again for the sound system? Like maybe small speakers. I don't need to have a big Bose L1 like I had. How long ago was that? Almost 20 years ago. I bought a Bose L1. They're nice. They're a lot lighter these days than they used to be, but I don't know if I'd need that much space. I've got those other speakers and they're perfectly good. And I could bring down the shortwave radio. Bring down the shortwave radio and just kind of have like a big audio, like a live mix with the shortwave and the music. And yeah, you get Wi-Fi when you're down there. So I could try to do live from Mark's studio or something like that. I don't know. No idea. I'm rambling now, but hey, I think this turned out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this. I'll get back to the stamps and the processed photos and everything like that eventually, but I just kind of wanted to just, I don't know, hang out, maybe fantasize a little bit about where I'd like the studio space to be. I mean, I'm still going to work out of my home. I'll still keep this part of this here. I'm not going to, it's a long, liquid there. It's a long ways downtown, and you're going to be driving that back and forth several times a day. That would be kind of dumb, but yeah, I mean, if work's just a few blocks away, I could slowly bring everything down in the car, bring it in the car, and then after work, boom, take it over to the studio space. So, I don't know. All right, let's not get this too long of a video here. We'll see what happens. I got to get called first, and then I have to, I've got criteria. I'm not going to just pick anything to get my foot in the door there. I'm going to wait, and not necessarily find the right thing, but find a good enough thing. So I've got standards. If you don't like that, I got other standards. Talk to you later.